Coming out here at noon was a mistake. It's super hot. Hey, fakey. Yes. Cool. All about getting used to that fakey riding. Good stuff. And hey, almost made it back. I know I'm supposed to be pumping. I don't know how that works. And you know what? I've been out here for like 15 or 20 minutes, tooling around and now playing in the half pipe. I'm pouring sweat, my heart's racing, partially because I'm doing things to challenge myself, and partially because it's like 90 degrees. I'm done for today, or at least for now. Maybe when it's a little cooler this evening. And finally, a proper hello to you. Cannot say good morning again because it is not morning. Woke up this morning and helped to get Ellis ready and just had a terrible pounding headache, so I actually went back to bed for a while. Funny thing is, I got into my morning meeting because I did wake up in time for the morning meeting, and in the meeting they were asking what I was up to. I told them what I was working on, and I said, but at the same time I've got a migraine, it's absolutely killing me, and we've got construction guys out back that I'm kind of going back and forth with, so it's going to be a slow day for me. And they said, well, why don't you just take some medicine and go back to bed? Can you take this? Can you take that? Well, we've got some of these things, and no, I can't take most migraine medications because of the way they interact with me. Christina's got a load of them because she constantly has migraines. So I just took ibuprofen, laid back down for a while, and it is mostly handled at this point. It's still there, kind of tingling in the back of my head. I know that there is pain, it's just not that bad. But you know what, like I said, it's not morning, it's afternoon. It's actually time for me to have a little bit of food. Had a lot of fun out at the skate park. I was only out there for like 20 minutes, but very nice to start building up more and more confidence. And the reason why I even got on the half pipe there, I knew good and well I wasn't going to be doing much of anything on there, but I wanted to see if I could learn to roll fakie and to see if I could learn a little bit more about dealing with ramps in terms of rolling up them and then not crashing. So what I was out there doing was just kind of rolling up the slope and then rolling backwards across the ramp, fakie. And there were at least one or two times, I don't know what I'm going to include from all that, at least one or two times I rolled up, I came back, and I actually rolled a little bit up the other side. So with time, with practice, I actually may be able to just go back and forth without having to push quite so much. I need to get better at pushing though. I'm still working on that. I'm still getting more comfortable. I think I actually need to loosen my trucks up as well. Sorry, I don't mean to spend a huge amount of time talking about skating. I know there aren't a lot of you that really enjoy it. Some of you do though, which is awesome. But just taking time, getting more comfortable, trying new things. I will admit it, the other day, I don't even remember what day it was, I was out in the garage and it was one of those days, it was just downpouring rain, and so I decided just to see if I could do an ollie. And very quickly learned the lesson that I'm nowhere near an ollie. I'm not comfortable or confident enough. I'm not balanced well enough yet. I never fell, which is awesome. I didn't hurt myself. I didn't get a shinner or hurt my ankle or anything like that. And I was doing the proper motions. The problem is just being confident enough to land on the board. That's another part of the reason why the other day I told you I was putting the board out in front of me and trying to step onto it while it was rolling, or trying to step onto it or jump onto it while it was rolling. I'm not quite there yet. And that's one of the things you kind of have to be able to do in order to do an ollie, is just be comfortable getting on and off the board. So baby steps, little teeny baby steps. And until that time for lunch. Luckily we have leftovers. By the way, I think I completely forgot to mention, since I sit here on the couch for a lot of the time at this point, I decided to go ahead and move one of these little multi-device stands in here. This is the 7-device one from Naztec I've been using for quite a little while, and now we've got spaces for like Duncan's iPad, my Shield tablet. I've actually got my GoPro on there. It just finished charging, I guess. Got my little iPhone on there, and we still got another 4 slots or something in there that we could stick devices in and have them all charging at once. I think I mentioned it on this channel. I do have 2 10-port device charging stations that have come in recently. One of them, the video is almost done. I think I've been editing it. It's getting there. I was trying to work on having something to edit with, like the Shuttle Pro or the Xbox One controller, to make these kinds of videos easier. But yeah, there it is. I think I may have shown you this already. So I've got my Pebble Time charger in there. as well as a bunch of devices. I don't actually have all the devices hooked up at this point, but if I wanted to, I could. And then on top of that, we've also got another 10-port USB charging station with one Quick Charge 2.0 port on there. So looking forward to doing that one. I don't know if this one's going to end up living here long term. It's a 10-port, but it's only got 8 bays to hold things. Pretty sure this 10-port actually does have 10 ports, like 10 separators, or 9 separators. So I'm going to look at that one here very soon. Just while we're over here, I've also got this Nextbox TV box to take a look at, and I'm still trying to find the time to take a look at these Bluetooth headphones. These are almost identical to another pair, the Coolax CX06, I think. I looked at those not too long ago. That's the reason I've been kind of holding off on those. And this video is actually done and up, so it'll be up sometime soon. Just to give you sort of a status update there, I am at the point where I'm, I think, 3 or 4 videos ahead on the main channel still, meaning videos that are up there ready to be published. And then I've got 3 videos in the works. I'm halfway through making those videos, just have to wrap them up. And then 4 or 5 other videos that I need to film. And then at least 10 to 15 more products that are on the way here. I just got a comment from somebody that was saying that they miss my old Linux videos instead of all these sponsored videos. And it's like, well, these are not sponsored videos. I've actually only done like 2, maybe 3 sponsored videos at all this year. The thing that he was mentioning though, I think, was that he doesn't like all of these I received something for free and so let me tell you about it kind of videos. And I definitely do understand that. The biggest thing for me though is just I'm not really a Linux guy anymore. It's just not exactly something that I'm passionate about anymore. I guess because, like I've said many times before, it's something that I've started using day-to-day life at work. And you know, the stuff you do in your day job, the stuff you do for work, you don't necessarily want to bring home and play with. So I talk about the things that I play with. I actually need to talk more about the HTC Vive. I need to talk more about gaming stuff in general. I don't think I'll ever be at that point where I talk about skating stuff on the main channel, but I'm definitely going to continue talking about it here a little bit, not a huge amount, just having fun, right? But as I keep saying, it's time for lunch. It's already 1 p.m. Food! You know, I've been messing around more with using the Xbox One controller as a video editing platform. I made some more changes to the Joystick Mapper. You won't be able to really tell the differences here, but now I've actually got it kind of set up as a two-handed editing device. So left and right on this do reverse and play, and the play is if you keep tapping it, it keeps going faster. Down is the stop, up is play pause, so space. Over here we've got cut, and then we've got trim, so it trims to whatever end is closer. Here left and right is step 1 step at a time, Y is delete, and then we've got undo, redo, beginning of the clip, and then select the clip. So if I use select clip and then delete, I can cut things out. So actually most of the stuff I use is covered by that. We've also got this button, the right bumper button, that does my complicated macro, the select all, cut, deselect all. So actually, yeah, I mean, I mentioned over on Twitter, I was talking to a guy named Hugo, the one who actually introduced me to the idea, and I was telling him that the more I try this, the more I make changes to my little macro settings, the more it looks like I'm gaming instead of editing. And I'm kind of okay with that. The only problem is, using this for longer periods of time, the Xbox controller is kind of large, so it gets to be a little cumbersome. It's not hugely comfortable. So I may actually swap over to using the PS4 controller, as I was saying. But I do love the fact that I'm modular here. I can just unplug it at any time, and I don't have to worry about breaking cables when I'm transporting it and stuff. I'm going to keep looking around and trying different things, and I may actually take apart the Shuttle Pro, but this thing's definitely getting the job done. I mean, I paid $5 for the Joystick Mapper app, and it's really been great. You know, all the talking I've been doing about this Xbox controller, I'm really super tempted now to turn it into a main channel video. I mean, I think I titled yesterday's video something like using an Xbox One controller on a Mac, or using it for video editing or something. But it'd be really tempting to turn it into a main channel video, because while it will probably do pretty well here on this channel, on the main channel, would probably garner a lot more views and introduce people to a concept where they probably already have a controller and they may have been editing using their just keyboard and mouse all this time, and you don't necessarily want to pay $100 for the Shuttle Pro. Shuttle Pro is amazing, don't get me wrong, but now that I've spent even more time customizing this little controller, the more time I spend with it, the more I'm actually really liking it. I'm able to do almost everything just using this, where before I was using a combination of the keyboard and mouse and the Shuttle Pro. Now I'm able to get most of the things done because I can remap everything pretty easily. There's still a couple of buttons that I need to map, like the transition button, the copy-paste buttons. I could probably find other buttons for those. But up to this point, I've got most of the things that I use mapped. Even the ability to swipe left and right. I was going to use the triggers for that, but the triggers are kind of weird and wonky on this, so I'm actually using the start and the option buttons. I may even see if I can use the Xbox button for something. There's all of these buttons and I haven't used all of them yet. It's getting better, definitely getting better. Additionally, I'm ever so slightly frustrated. Random topic change here. I placed an order on Amazon the other day. The item I ordered was one price and the item price has changed since I ordered it. I normally wouldn't say anything if it was like $1 or a few dollars, but it's like $7 or $8 at this point, and it seems like it's dropping even more. I'm not going to do anything about it, obviously. I was actually tempted to do one-day shipping, which would have added $9 to the price. I probably would have been a little more upset if I had done one-day shipping and then all of a sudden it drops like $8 or $9, but it's really not that big of a deal. And I guess because it is going to be arriving today, I probably ought to go ahead and just say it. I ordered a skateboard on Amazon. I know most of you guys were telling me to order the skateboard in the store, to buy it in the store and have it assembled in the store. I figured for my second step up, you know, the first one I bought was from Walmart. It was not great. It's still not great, but it's getting the job done. It's letting me learn. The second one, it's going to be sort of middle of the road. It was about $50. Actually, it was $58. Right now, it's $50, so it's dropped $8. Kind of sucks, but again, not a big deal. The reason I went with this one is, of the decks I looked at in the Cosmic store, the ones that were more expensive were either the ones that were all branded up, you know, with expensive skateboarding logos and whatnot, or they were this Powell Peralta brand. And on Amazon, there are Powell Peralta complete skateboards that have many logo trucks and bearings, Powell Peralta wheels. And they're very highly rated. They're all extremely highly rated. And actually, it looks like a lot of them have been on Amazon Lightning deals in the past. So these $60, $70 skateboards have been marked down to like $20 or $30 several times. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that. But this one I was looking at, like I said, it was $57, $58, something like that. And that one was marked down, I think, from like $85. So right now, it's marked down to $50. Even cheaper, which is nice, and it's going to be here later today, so hopefully I can get it out, get it all unboxed and everything, maybe take it by the skate park this evening. Unfortunately, it is coming UPS, so it's not going to be here until like 6 o'clock, so I can't take it out before I go get Ellis. Speaking of which, I've actually got to go get Ellis here in a few minutes. Moving on. Well, my package just arrived from UPS, but I cannot open it yet, because it is time for food.
It's really hard to bite, it's really good.
Uh-oh. What kind of food is it?
Double chicken sandwich.
Double chicken.
Ranch.
And it's tasty. Awesome. All right, this is significantly tasty. She says she can make it again pretty easily, so this could actually turn into a video on her channel. Make your own Chick-fil-A sandwiches at home, kind of. Alrighty, my package has arrived. Let's go ahead and get it open. Loads and loads of paper. Loads and loads of paper. But here it is. That looks really rough. Grip tape arrived. Scuffed up. I'm guessing maybe that's just something that it shipped with. Maybe it rubbed off on something. I don't think it's damaged. It's just like sandpaper on it. The dragon. The bottom is dragon.
I said it looks like Jafar from Aladdin when he turns into the serpent.
Okay, but it's a dragon. You got the white wheels. The white wheels are not exactly white. Let's see. You know? I don't know if maybe these just need to be loosened up, but they don't really seem like they're going to spin that much more than my existing board. Maybe smoother? It's going to be really sad if I've paid for this and it does not improve things. It's a neat looking board though, I will say. This one just doesn't spin very well. I think they just need to be loosened up, because the one that I've been skating, yeah, these are a little bit looser. Well, that one was. So maybe I'll take my tool to it and loosen them a little bit, but there's not a whole lot of room to loosen them. But it says here on the front, mini logo, risers, hardware, trucks, bearings, component upgrade, minilogosskateboards.com, and all the bushings and everything say mini logo. I actually really can't tell from looking at the bearings, but they're supposed to be mini logo as well. The wheels are Powell Peralta 53 101A hardness. And they've got little dragons on them, so that's really cool. I do like the graphic, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I may actually see if I can take this to the park in a little while and maybe roll it around a bit. And Ellis has been sitting over here staring at me this whole time. I think he's getting tired. Look at this. Just sitting there, being a good boy, playing with his ostrich. He's so happy and tired. Give you a little better close up, you can see some of the, whatever that is. And there's the wheels, and the trucks, and the dragon. And Christina just reminded me, I completely forgot to mention it. Very slight status update on the deck. They got a roof. Sort of. It's at least undercover, so that's a good plus. They do not have shingles on top of it, but like I said, we do have plywood up there now, so we do have coverage. So now everything underneath should not be getting wet, which is awesome. And other than that, very nice to have a new deck in the house. Very nice to have a new option. Right, we're back out. Got the new board. Just brought it down the hill over here, and much faster. Rolls for a lot longer too. Yeah, this definitely rolls a lot smoother. The trucks may be just a little bit too loose, but I think they're supposed to be looser than I was using them. So it turns really easily now. A really shallow turning circle. Let me set the camera up. Yeah, much easier. You probably didn't see it, but I went up the ramp. And aside from the back truck being a little loose, so much easier to go up. Yeah, a lot easier. Oh yeah. There we go. Look at that. That's progress. So yeah, compared to just what I was doing this morning, that is significantly better. And I'm actually getting better at doing it. Practice makes perfect, I suppose. Practice makes better. But yeah, I went up and back and up again. Not very far up the second time, but first time I pushed twice. And I went halfway up the ramp without meaning to. So hopefully I'll leave that little clip in there. Fun though, fun. Look at that. And unfortunately, it looks like it's getting ready to rain on me. See, the clouds are, yeah. And it's just overhead. It's not everywhere. But I'm having fun. I'm doing much better. There we go. And here comes the rain. And so as not to damage my board, heading back to the car. Thing is, as I was riding back to the car, you can see the rain right now. I could see it coming toward me. That cloud overhead was just slowly making its way this way. Time to go home. I'm beat. Alright, back, showered off just to get all the sweat and grossness off. Feeling pretty good. Actually, that board made such a massive difference. I kind of figured it would make a difference. I didn't think it was going to make that big of a difference, but very comfortable, very fast. I'm definitely going to have to tighten those back trucks up because they're a little bit too loose for me. Maybe I do need to keep them loose, but it's just when I'm riding, the front trucks are tighter, and I think I'm 99% certain I have the board the right way around because the tail is supposed to be more narrow. Anyway, very pleased. Even though, again, I should have purchased from a local store, still, excellent purchase. I'll put a link down in the description to where you can find the exact board that I'm using. Like I said, it is cheaper now than when I originally purchased it. And that actually will probably almost wrap today up. Duncan's not here, so he's not to be put to bed. Ellis is already asleep on the floor, and Christina has said she's gonna head to bed here in less than an hour. Yeah. She's watching Olympics until then.
Oh, the Olympics aren't on yet.
Oh, you're just getting ready for them?
Yeah, I'm setting recordings for this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to bed soon.
So as I was saying, there's really nothing else that's going to be going on tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up there, because this vlog has been going on for a long time today. I've blathered a lot. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending the day listening to me blather and not spending enough time with the family.
I'm getting up early.
Oh yeah, she's doing CrossFit tomorrow, but we will see you again tomorrow. Bye guys.